Shalom, this is Yah is Magnified, and I'm back with another informative video. Today's video is titled, EMROS Never Won Child Support. But before I tackle this subject, as always, I must state for the record, I'm not a lawyer, I do not practice law, and I do not pretend to. All my videos are for informational and educational purposes only. They're all facts and all truth. Nothing more, nothing less. So with that being said, I would like for you all to hit that like button. And also, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. And also hit that notification bell so you all can be notified as I'm dropping these powerful videos. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so this video stems from an argument that has taken place back in 2019, guys. So, for those who have been following me for quite some time, I'm pretty sure you all remember this. But for all my new subscribers, I'm going to give you all the rundown of what have taken place, okay? So, for those who remember this, you all can vouch for me, okay? So, back in 2019, it was this thing going around called the color of law form, right? So, I was telling people that they shouldn't use the form, right? So then one day I had a testimony come up and I had my aunt who had won child support, and I asked him in that video, did you use the cut of law form? He said no. We cracked jokes about the cut of law form, and that was it. Okay. The next day after that video dropped, you have EMROS, the guy on the screen right here, made a video because he was upset that we laughed at the cut of law form. I guess he thought we was talking about him, when all actuality we were just talking about the form itself, because a lot of people on YouTube, not only himself, but King STEVIAN and a few others, was talking about the color of law form. And I was telling everyone that the color of law form didn't work. So after he got mad and made his video about me, I then came back and made a video about him and the cut of law form, okay? And I was showing people in that video, if you all go back and watch my video, you can simply just go to YouTube, type in Yah's Magnified C.O.L form, and that video will pop up. Matter of fact, I will put a link to that video in the description box, okay? So I guess he had got mad because I had made that video as well, and I told him that I was going to expose him and put his documents up, where the court called this paperwork goop gobbledygook, right? So right after I said that, he ended up deleting his channel. But then his buddy, King STEVIAN, came to his rescue and tried to also get involved with the matter and try to say that I'm a scammer and all this and all that. So I said, okay, King STEVIAN, since you want to get involved, how about I put your court documents up to show everybody that you're still on child support? So if you all go back again to 2019, you all will see that video of me exposing King STEVIAN from still being on child support, which is true, okay? So to this day, EMROS, he restarted his channel about a year or two ago, and ever since he started his channel, he's been throwing subliminal shots. But I said, I'm not going to expose him yet. I'm just going to hold his documents until the right time. So, if you all noticed my last few videos, I've been telling him that I was going to expose him. So now, the time has finally arrived when I'm going to expose him. So guys, let's listen to what he have to say. Let's hear him say that he had won child support, his first case. So let's hear him say that, guys. And then after that, I'm going to show you all that he didn't. So let's listen in.
Child, Stevion never helped me do anything. He never helped me get off no child support. First, I've never been on child support. I beat my child support case. And anybody, there have been a few people in this, on YouTube that have made false claims about me being on child support, but they could never, people quick to pull people court cases and make it public record and make a video about it. But nobody's done that with me because I've never been on child support.
So now, as you all heard from him, he clearly states what? That he had won his first child support case. No one can come on here and expose him because he was never placed on child support. But like I told him back in 2019, that he was dealing with a custody case, not child support. Even though his child's mom lawyer put child support in the petition, it was clearly a custody petition, and we're going to go over that as well. But also in this video, he spoke about when I exposed King STEVIAN, so we're going to go over that as well. All right, so now let's go over that. Let's do the part where he speaks on me exposing King STEVIAN. Let's go there.
Now he's telling y'all he helped me beat child support. He helped me get my daughter back, and he never helped me do shit. He's only using those lies to woo y'all to make y'all think he actually has some clout when he never even beat child support himself.
Wow.
He
Wow.
never beat child support. I remember during that same time he actually he posted in that group text. It was a screenshot he had sent with something that he was basically he was using that to show people that he beat child support. and he just totally misunderstood what was written in that document. And even this guy Yaz Magnify, he goes by that on YouTube. He took that same thing and he put that man's whole court case on video and exposed the fact that he totally misunderstood what that document said. And he had not beat child support, but still, and yet he's going flowing with that lie as long as he can get followers to follow him.
So now, as you heard Ambrose just state, that I exposed King STEVIAN for still being on child support and never winning his child support case. So my question to Ambrose is, what makes you think that I was telling the truth about him, but lying about you when I was telling everyone that you never won a child support case and you was simply fighting custody? You knew what I was saying was truth back in 2019. That's why you deleted your channel. Okay, so now guys, let's further prove that EMROS was never fighting a child support case. It was clearly a custody case. He lost that case, and the court called his documents goop gobbly goo. So without further ado, let's continue to expose these cats. Okay, so now as you all can see, this is in fact the final order for the first case that EMROS claimed he had won child support against. Okay, so we're going to go over this order. We're going to see if this order pertains to child support, or is this order simply dealing with custody? And we're going to also see, by after reading this order, do the guy even stand a chance of winning a child support case after reading what the judge wrote in this order? So now, as you all can see on the screen, dated June 3rd, 2019, that was the file stamped, okay? So you all can see that it was actually file stamped in the court in Muskogee County, okay? We're coming out of the state of Georgia, the Superior Court. Okay, the plaintiff name, we're going to call her Miss Smith. Okay, versus who? Michael Eugene Roseman, who is in fact what? M. Rose. Okay, the civil action number right there highlighted in yellow. Let's read the order. Order. The court have reviewed the file in this case as well as the case SU 17 CV 1948. We're going to also go over that case as well, guys. And it states what? And the court having heard the defendant earlier this month herein where what? Where the plaintiff herein did not appear. So now we see that this is the plaintiff's case, who is Miss Smith, but she did not appear for this hearing, okay? But let's continue on. It states, the court enters the following. 1. The plaintiff filed this action on the 13th day of September 2016, filed her petition in which she called her petition for what? For legitimation, custody, and injunctive relief. Okay? The word child support is not on there at all, guys. But let's continue. Then it states, and pray inter alia, for such other relief as the court shall deem proper. Right? Number 2. The plaintiff, in paragraph 3 of such complaint, admits that the parties what? Have never been married, however, are the biological parents of the minor child, to wit, was born on what? 2016. Okay, which is the minor child's name, who are also crossed out. Then it states, number 3, the defendant, in paragraph 2 of his pleading, filed in this case, admitted that he has never been married to his child's mom, we're going to call Miss Smith. However, he is the biological father of baby born on June 8th, 2016. Okay, so again, they did what in this case, guys? They just established paternity, which is what? A petition for legitimation. That's what a petition for legitimation is. So again, as we can see, it states what? Paragraph 1, a petition for legitimation, custody, and injunctive relief. So now let's go to page 2. Let's continue reading. Okay, so now, as you all can see, we are in fact on page 2. Let's pick this up at number 4, and it reads, the pleading to which reference is made herein above in paragraph 3 was called an opposition to petition for custody, child support, and injunctive relief. So again, guys, the defendant, who was EMROS, that was his opposition to the petition for custody, child support, and injunctive relief. But the actual petition didn't state that. The actual petition was construed by the court above in paragraph 2. Okay, but now let's continue. However, it is the substance of a pleading rather than the nomenclature which controls, and the court deems this pleading to be sufficient under the terms of the Georgia Civil Practice Act to be a sufficient answer to plaintiff's petition. Such responsive pleading being filed in this case on the 27th day of September 2016 within 30 days after the service of the petition. So again, as you all can see, he in fact filed his answer, which was his opposition to petition for custody, child support, and injunctive relief within 30 days after the plaintiff filed her petition. Okay, so now let's read number 5. The Superior Court of Muscogee County on the 13th day of October 2016, Honorable Warren C. Gottfried, Judge, presiding, entered a temporary order which was filed of record on the 13th day of October 2016. This court, by this order, modifies paragraph 2 and 3 and 4 of such October 13, 2016 temporary order as follows. A. Paragraph 2 of such order is vacated and is no further effect in this case, and B. Paragraph 3 of such order is vacated and is no further in effect in this case, and replaced with this language. Defendant shall be and hereby is restrained and enjoined from threatening, molesting, annoying, or harassing the plaintiff, Mrs. Smith, and is further restrained and enjoined from from going about the plaintiff or contacting her except for contacting her for purposes relating to the child of the parties, including visitations as provided hereafter, and for going about her for purposes of visitation as provided hereafter. C. Paragraph 4 of this order is modified to read as follows. Except as provided herein, the plaintiff is to retain temporary physical custody of the party's child, subject to the visitation rights of the defendants hereinafter provided. So again, guys, as you all can see, this is clearly dealing with custody. But now let's go to page 3. Let's go there. Alright, so now as you all can see, we are in fact on page 3. Let's pick this up where it states 6, and it reads, the defendant is hereby awarded temporary visitation rights with the minor child. So again, guys, this is clearly a what? This is clearly a custody case. But it reads as follows. A. The defendant shall have the rights to visit with the child for a period of 2 hours on each Saturday and Sunday of each weekend beginning on June 2nd, 2019, and continuing each weekend thereafter until further order of this court, and B. Such visitation shall be supervised by an adult person or persons chosen by the plaintiff, provided such persons is not in a romantic relationship with the plaintiff, and C. The defendant shall have the right to choose the timing of the 2 hours periods, and D. The court will entertain, modify such visitations after a period of 90 days, provided that the plaintiff has not withheld such visitation and defendant has exercised substantially all of such periods of visitation. Number 7, let's pick this up at 7, guys. As requested by the plaintiff and the defendant, the minor child, born June 2016, is hereby declared to be the legitimate son of the defendant and is entitled to what? To all rights and benefits under Georgia law as if he had been born during the marriage of the parties. So number 7 simply did what, guys? Established the parent-child relationship that further establishes what? It established the legal duty of support, which EMROS found out today because he is in fact on child support as of today. Sorry to break the news to you, Cat, but hey, I was telling you I was going to expose you. So now let me finish on. So this is for portion, guys. Number 8, where the judge simply called his documents gibberish and gobbledygook. Don't believe me? Let's read number 8. 8. Absolutely nothing set forth in this order is intended, nor does it give any credence to or any validity to the gibberish and gobbledygook utilized by the defendant in his pleading. Such gibberish and gobbledygook to include, but not limited to, the liens filed, the assertions of the child as property, now let's go to page 4, guys. Let's continue on. Let's go to page 4. Alright, so as you all can see, we're on page 4. Let's pick this up at the top. Objections to the court's jurisdiction, the alleged status of the defendant, and other such sovereign citizen nonsense, all of which is pure, unadulterated waste. Number 9. The sole authority under which this decision is made is Title 19 of the Official Code of Georgia. Number 10. The clerk of the Superior Court is hereby ordered as follows. A. To mail a copy of this order to each of the parties at their last known address. B. To refrain from filing anything in this case other than a proper notice of appeal or other pleading making reference to an applicable Georgia Code section and not containing any sovereign citizen language. This 29th day of May 2019, signed by Judge Gurry. So again, guys, as you all can see, this had everything to do with custody, not child support. And as of to this day, EMROS was placed on child support because he never won child support to begin with, and he never had a clue of what he's doing. But also, guys, let's go back to the first page real quick because I want to show you guys something. Let's go back to the first page. All right, so now as you all can see, we're right back at the first page. And as I stated earlier in the video that we was going to go over this case number right here, and I told you guys to remember this case number, which is SU17CV1948. So now let's read the final order in this case because this is the case that EMROS started against this child's mom. So now let's read what the judge wrote in that case. Let's go there. All right, so now as you all can see, this order was also file stamped on June 3rd, 2019, just like the last order. It was done in the same court, but the only difference is now the plaintiff is Michael Eugene Roseman, who is in fact EMROS. And now the defendant is this child's mom, again, Miss Smith. And as you can see, it states what? Civil action. And the civil action number again is SU17CV1948. The same case that I said I was about to go over just now. But now let's continue reading. Order. The court having reviewed the file in this case, as well as the case SU16DM19 2602-78, which is the case that we just went over, which is the order we just went over, and the court having heard the plaintiff earlier this month herein, where the defendant herein did not appear, just like it stated in the last order that the defendant did not appear or the plaintiff did not appear, because in the last order, his child's mom, Miss Smith, was the plaintiff. In this order, she's the defendant, and she didn't appear at either one. Then it states, the court enters the following. 1. The filing in this case by the plaintiff constitutes gibberish and gobbledygook and are of no legal or equitable consequence whatsoever in the courts of this nation and state, and fails to state any claim upon which relief can be granted. So again, guys, not only in the other order did he call this document gibberish and gobbledygook, he also said in his own case. So do you guys think that someone can actually win a child support case when the judge is calling your documents gibberish and gobbledygook? Absolutely not, guys. But now let's read number 2. The plaintiff filing in this case constitutes the fake, trendy, sovereign citizen nonsense, all of which is pure, unadulterated waste. Number 3. The clerk of court is hereby ordered as follows: to mail a copy of this order to each of the parties at their last known address, and B. to refrain from filing anything in this case other than a proper notice of, let's go to the next page, appeal or other pleading making reference to an applicable Georgia Code section and not containing any sovereign citizen language, and C. to close this file as being dismissed this 28th day of May, 2019, signed by Judge Gurry. So again, guys, as you all can see, when I tell you these individuals have never won a case, they never won a case, guys. All right? Like I was telling you all, the guy lost his custody case, let alone if this was a child support case, what had happened to him. And as we know what happened to him in child support because he was just placed on child support today or yesterday, guys. So again, let's continue to apply pressure. I keep telling everyone, be careful who you're learning from and who you're listening to, because they are leading you guys down the wrong path. There's not that many people telling you all the truth, and it's not that people that can show you all that they actually receive remedy by fighting a good fight, okay? And putting in that hard work. And not only for themselves, but for others, such as myself, okay? So again, that's what I'm going to do for today. If you all need my help, hit me up in my email at y'allismagnified@gmail.com. Let's get this right wisdom, this right knowledge, and this right understanding. More exposing coming soon, guys. And with that being said, I say cop that merch, and shalom.